Welcome to Album Review. Just 4 guys doing albums, talking albumly, doing stuff. Today's album for this week that we've done is Wet Leg. And I need to bring up some notes because...
Which album is it?
I don't fucking know.
It's Wet Leg, Wet Leg.
It's self-titled. Wet Leg.
Wet Leg, Wet Leg.
Self-titled Wet Leg.
Wet Leg, Wet Leg.
From what I've written, I haven't written a lot of notes for this one, I'll be honest. Because...
Why not?
Well, it's a joke album, Will. It absolutely has to be a joke album.
Okay.
There's no way in hell anybody actually listens to this.
They know it's a joke album.
It's got to be. It's satire. 2.5 million people are in on this joke monthly.
UK #1 album.
Was it?
Anyway, the
Yeah, it got
genuinely
#1.
only way I
my
could
God.
see this appeal in this kind of music is if my dad left me when I was 13. Right? And I used this music to substitute as a personality. I imagine I would tell people that I'm not like others. And I'd also have dyed hair and I'd do illicit substances and have a goth boyfriend that's 7 years older than me. You know?
Wow.
Thing is it satire though? Because I googled this. I was like, do people actually like this? Right? And there's like there's like a massive Reddit thread of people going, yeah, we like it. Or is it
It's
just
very,
one
I
big
thought
joke?
It was very like... It was like very similar like the 70s pop music, which was just a bit like
Terrible.
weird.
Oh.
Yeah, that seems terrible. Some of them did like go to #1 and stuff, you know, like it's almost like because I think TikTok especially has helped it, got it off the ground, and then people are like claim they like it and listen to it. I don't know, it's just
It's modern grunge.
weird, isn't it?
It's
Modern grunge.
It is. It's very Nirvana-esque.
It's very. I think it's very indie.
If
put it in the indie
it
category.
is very indie. It's if a woman band made Nirvana music.
Oh!
Because they are women. Because they are women, aren't they?
But
I don't know if they are.
Whoa!
Oh, let's not jump to conclusions. Well,
Come on now.
They are born female.
You are uneducated. Right?
I don't know what I'm saying.
let's move on from genders. The gender doesn't matter.
Here's
I
the
know.
thing, though, is the people have been making the argument online. If this was a male-orientated band, would people be hating on it so much?
Yes.
I
Are
agree.
people hating on it?
Yeah, who's hating on it?
There's a lot of hate.
It deserves it.
On this,
It's bad, isn't it?
it's not. Oh, okay.
I've summarised all of that with disliking popular things doesn't make you interesting.
Okay.
So claiming that you like this album is not a substitute for a personality.
So you think that's
Okay.
the only reason people would like this?
I can't see any other reason.
To your
As far as
understanding.
I'm aware, it's either one big massive joke, like the Minions cinema thing, topical.
Yeah.
It's either that, or you think that you're interesting because you like Wet Leg. You're like, oh, what band do you like? Yeah, I listened to some Wet Leg, and it's like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know you were fucking awful.
If this is someone's favourite band, I don't know what this person is.
I'll carry on by saying your mum. The song "Your Mum,"
Yeah.
literally just has screaming in it. At one point.
Yeah.
2 minutes 36 in the song, there is just a scream.
I've seen them do that live, not in person, but like
You were there.
You were there.
And they say, oh, we've all been practicing our scream, like, you know, whatever. And they all do it in the live. Every single band member joins in on that scream. And
This is
it's
what I mean.
awful.
This is why it must be like a. It's
When
like I think maybe people are attached. It's like a camaraderie thing. They think that they're part of the band. They're like, yeah, we love Wet Leg. We scream at the chorus. It's like, oh.
Right.
Fuck
I think it's a lot more wholesome than
I don't-
it is a bad thing. I think
I
people
don't-
are
I
kind of
don't
go
know,
along
it's,
with the... I don't think it's a full-on joke, but I think it is kind of something that people acknowledge is a bit weird,
they're
and
not
they
taking
kind of
themselves
roll with
seriously,
that.
right?
And none of them are... Yeah. I don't think... People know that this isn't like... God,
Yeah, but
genius.
Will,
It should be-
they're fucking making millions from this shit.
Yeah,
Making a lot
but
of,
like...
they're making a lot of money.
I
on
don't
the
think there's
hot
anything
joke.
wrong with that. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Carry on.
We've not been paid for that, like the meme that we made on TikTok. Where's my money? I made a joke.
People don't get a lot of money from TikTok.
No,
I found this out. Like they get fuck all. Like absolutely fuck all.
No, they get paid to do sponsorships. And that's
I saw this guy the other day who was talking about.
Speaking of, we're gonna introduce our sponsor now. Raid Shadow Legends. We'll change the screen. We'll put the Raid sponsorship on. Raid Shadow Legends.
I thought we were sponsored by.
I'm not sure we're allowed to do that.
I don't know if we're allowed to be sponsored by
Is this
Glock.
some law?
This is
Wait,
not
yeah, Glock, that was it.
No,
He said we were sponsored by Glock.
Are we allowed to just say that we're
Say
sponsored
that
by
we're sponsored.
Raid, even though
I
we're
don't
not?
think we are. And then we'll have to put
illegal.
hashtag ad into our fucking album review title.
Is anybody gonna stop us?
Can you pretend to be sponsored by someone for clout?
Sponsored by Durex extra large condoms, specifically those ones.
The large, extra large.
The big division.
Denver might already know this, but a fun fact about astronauts is in the spacesuits, like they need like the part that like your penis goes in to basically perfectly fit. And so they originally started asking astronauts, are you small, medium, or large? And they had to change it to large, extra large, and massive because everybody said large and it would never fit. It would always be way too small.
Is that actually true?
That's true. That is actually true.
That's amazing.
Anyway,
It's only like the same with women's clothes, right? So in men's you get like small, medium, large, extra large, so on. In women's you just get like size 6 to 8. 8 to
Like
10.
numbers, it don't make sense to me.
no.
They don't go. Nobody wants to be the. I'm an extra large.
Why not? I am.
Well, this is the thing, right?
Awkward.
This is the thing, though. With no, I'm saying that in women's they don't usually want to be. Men don't really give a shit.
I mean, in fairness, if they are extra large, you'd probably spot it before they would have to tell you.
I think also with sizes though, they're like scaled wrong. Like I would say my dad is literally the
Perfect. Mate.
baseline, average height, average weight,
Kissable.
everything, and he
Big
is
strong.
extra large.
Really strong. Yeah,
He is
muscly.
not extra large.
My dad is an extra large
Fucking hell.
How?
in a lot of clothes. So like, but I feel like he's the baseline.
But
So
that's
you-
pretty tall, though.
I mean, I guess.
Well, I'm a large, and I feel like I've got more girth than your
My
dad.
dad's taller than you.
You
See,
comparing your girth.
I'm
I
a
have
large,
more
Will,
girth.
but we're the same height, but I have like twice the belly fat. So how does that work?
Takeaways.
Takeaways.
Thank you.
Normally,
Wet leg.
Normally I write a few notes on the stuff, like, I crack a few jokes and things like that. But I really don't have anything to say about this album in terms of it being funny because it's a fucking joke. So I don't really get it. All the riffs are basic as hell and just shit, to be perfectly honest. They sound like they sound like they were made by somebody that just picked up an instrument. Like they're the kind of person that's like, oh yeah, I can play, and they've been playing for like 3 weeks and know 2 songs. And that is very apparent. I was telling Joe just before the review, if you listen to, what fucking songs was it? If you listen to Your Mum and Angelica, I've literally already forgotten the name of it. Yeah, Angelica and Your Mum, they are the same, basically. They're just the same. It's just, as Joe said, in Angelica, it's a guitar riff, and in Your Mum, they're just singing the previous guitar riff.
Yeah,
Have you seen that in
I don't look
which
at
song is
things.
it? The song Oh No, they actually sing the tune. So there's like the baseline tune and they're singing along, like not words, they're just singing the tune.
Yeah.
They do that a few times in the.
It's like, we need to add more depth. I'll just go, "Doo, doo, 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 doo." Literally.
It's like, and people
Lots
are out
of
here just
people
like,
do that.
people are here like, yes, let's pay
This is
millions.
genius! This is genius!
I don't think they're getting millions. I think they're just riding this like temporary hype. I think they're fully self-aware of this album.
And
Right,
like,
well, I don't know. They might
I was
not be.
saying to Will before we did this album review, I didn't want to come across as a bad guy because I knew that I was going to come into this like either just swinging wildly or I was going to pretend that I have some sort of level of maturity. And in terms of you going that it's going to be a temporary thing, fuck, I hope it is. I hope they crash and burn next week These people do not deserve money for what they're doing.
I don't think it will be temporary. I think they'll
No,
get a
I
cult
don't think
following
it
from
will
this.
either.
I think this
really
is going to go on for a couple of albums.
This is gonna. The high of Wet Leg has not even reached it. Soon they're gonna be Moist Ankle and Drenched Toes. It only goes further. The lyrics are Wombats level of Toaster Wank. They're just terrible. They're just repeated. They're simple, and half the time they don't make any sense. The only saving grace, I think, is the production. The production on all the songs is actually really, really good.
Yeah, sure.
It is.
The
levels
that sounded sarcastic, but no.
Like legit, it is. But this isn't production review, so fuck off. Speaking of fuck off, my worst song, Chaise Long.
On the Chaise Long.
I wish it was Chaise Shorter. Really, I wish it was just Chaise Gone. So
Nice.
that's that. Third favourite for me, Too Late Now. It's a nothing song. I don't care. Second favourite for me, Wet Dream. Funky. Still shit though. Nothing song.
What was the third, sorry?
Too Late Now.
Too late now.
That's your third.
Second was Wet Dream, sorry.
Was there much consideration, like, picking these, or was there
no, this is actually the hardest I've had to think about top 3 ever. Because I looked at all of them and I was like, I don't want any of these anywhere near anything that I'll ever have to listen to again.
Okay.
I would rather have 10 hours of women screaming cut into my, 7-hour playlist. And, random snippets of just screaming. And I'd be okay with that. I'd be like, yeah.
Are you glad you picked this?
It depends how much hate I get for the video that comes out. As of right now, no. But if we get a lot of clout for it, then yeah, fuck it. Big fan.
Yeah, worth it.
I feel like hating it is like you're on this weird line of people, it feels like being a party pooper.
Yeah, I feel like I suck for not enjoying this.
Yeah,
you're so right.
I
feel like I'm ruining other people's day.
Yeah, I've not passed the vibe.
You're like a 40-year-old dad. You're like, you don't get it, Dad.
And they're
I
like,
don't get it.
they're like, Dad, you've not passed the vibe check. Fuck off. I feel like I've not passed the vibe check because I don't like this.
I definitely haven't passed the vibe check for this album. I fucking hate it. But number 1 was Piece of Shit. It was one of the only ones with harmonies in it. And, big harmony guy. Still not redeemable at all as a song.
It's a piece of shit.
No. Overall, you're not different for liking Wet Leg. You're You're substituting liking bad things for a personality. There is so much music out there. For the love of God, please go listen to anything else. It's like a cry for help. If if you are listening to Wet Leg, go listen to something else. Anything. Get help. Therapy. There are options to help people like you.
It is harmless.
It's not going to be. I'll be the first recorded deaf to this fucking album in a minute.
I think there's nothing...
Yeah, of course you know. Sit on the fence. Be that way, Will. Be that way.
Okay.
Well.
It is me.
You're just standing by and letting this happen.
I am not...
You're like Poland. You're
I'm forever
the Nazis
nervous.
walk right through.
I'm forever nervous to talk if it's
Wet
not
Leg
review
are
now.
Nazis.
What, when you just started rattling your review?
Yeah, I edited that review this week, obviously, because it came out. Go check it out. Nickelback. Yeah, I kept the majority of shit in. It was a weird review. It was so
really
disjointed. Like Joe's joke at the end, and I kind of kept me talking afterwards and just saying, "What the fuck was that?" It's weird.
It
was a weird review.
Go listen to
Was it the Nickelback album that?
No,
it was
Normandy Wet Flag.
Normandy White Flag. Normandy White
Wet.
Flag.
Everything's
wet.
wet.
It's working. So, where do I start? Okay. Right. I don't hate this album, but I also don't like it.
Oh.
I still, after about 7 listens, probably, I don't know how I feel about it. I come out of it, I'm like, I don't like you, but I also kind of do like some of the songs and understand why they've kind of got this weird cult following. Okay, hear me out.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I feel like the first half of the album, or it doesn't get better until halfway through, because the first half is so monotone and drony and I get it's kind of all like that. Except halfway through the album, I feel like they just start putting in like a lot more high pitched singing or
noises,
just variation.
A bit more variation.
That is, variation is definitely the word for it.
Because I start the album and I'm like, fucking hell, like this is horrendous. But as the album goes on, you kind of weirdly forget what's going on and kind of start vibing to it a little bit.
No,
I'm sorry, and you can hate me for this. I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
I don't hate you for it.
I feel like we've listened to much worse than this. It is kind of
about that.
Right. This is better than just solid screaming all the time like Alien.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the backing beats are just simple and funky.
They are. They're simple.
I think at the end of the day, there's not a lot that's necessarily like it's not hurt your ears type of. I really don't want to listen to that. I think it's just the principle of the band and
not doing anything wrong. They're so just. I don't know what it is. I'm still conflicted. I don't know if I like it or hate it after all this time, but I get why people would kind of like it or hate it. And some of the songs I kind of get into and found myself actually like enjoying. You remember the songs because they're extremely like. It's simplistic writing that somehow is almost good for being that. Like, if they tried to write normal, complicated songs, it wouldn't work for what they're making right now.
I'd rather just
if they
stop
had to
making
write good
things.
songs, it wouldn't work.
But she's
Just
not.
stop making it.
But she's.
Please.
They're not that bad. She's not. When she actually sings, she's not that bad.
When?
She isn't.
It happens like twice, Joe.
I don't know how to show examples about like going like this bit, this second here, this second.
I was gonna say. I feel like
between
two like that.
Yeah, it is. It's
between
just
2
little
minutes
elements
48
of
and 2
singing.
minutes 49. There's
I
a
feel
harmony.
like using that logic, you can almost say anyone's a good singer.
No,
In the right exact pitch and key. Oh, that bit sounds
no,
right.
because she can sing, but she chooses to sing drony.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Right.
you're really pulling at
This is what I
straws when
mean.
you say
This is what I
her
mean.
singing was good for 1 second.
Right, this is what I mean though, because it's. I don't know how I feel, okay? Because I agree with exactly what you're saying, but I also kind of vibed with some
It's
of
just
it.
the way
Do you
you're
think
feeling
it's-
about
Do you
it.
think it's a thing of where they're like, in this sea of very similar music, they're like, they've done the one thing they can do to stand out and be different.
Yeah, they're weird. They're quirky. People
And
like
it's a
that.
bit like Billie Eilish, right? In terms of, is Billie Eilish, I feel like it's a lot better than this. But Billie Eilish sort of started this new style of this, like,
really bassy, but super
Definitely.
like
really
mellow,
bassy, but
like,
sung,
breathy.
like,
Airy.
It was a different tone to what we'd heard for a long time, and she suddenly just exploded for it. So I think not trying to do a Billie Eilish, but in that same regard of trying to do this slightly like quirky, simple beats, but then with like singing over the top that usually just wouldn't match
Yeah, but
in
like
those
their
scenarios.
most popular song doesn't even have any singing in it. It's just her talking.
Yeah, but you know that is just because of TikTok. Like, there is no other reason why that is.
It's a few songs that are repetitive like that, though.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's the worst example.
Yeah.
But then that's an older thing. Older songs used to do that whole repetitive thing a lot more than modern songs.
They were just like padding out the song though, weren't they?
Yeah,
Like,
they
we
were
need
like,
another
we
minute
need-
of runtime, Jerry, and they're like, "Private eyes, watching you."
This is
Do it again.
Every move.
That's
Private
good.
eyes.
And more 8 times. I'll do weird ad libs over the top of it, and he's like,
Private-
"Private eyes," and he's like, "Private eyes."
But Paul Notes is fucking banging.
I wish
Damn
I
right.
picked a Hall & Oates album.
You know that song, Aidan, Piece of Shit? Is it Piece
Yeah,
of Shit?
me.
That is like the most Billie Eilish song on this album, I think. It literally sounds like it could be her singing.
I am not even joking when I say I think it's the only song that stuck out to me as a song.
Right.
And not just someone playing with GarageBand for 2 hours.
I thought you was going to put Loving You in there.
No.
I don't know. Right.
That's the only one that stuck out to me. Because, like, don't get me wrong, you are 100% right in that, like, the beginning chunk of it is just condensed, congealed shit.
Yes.
Like fucking foul, vile, cretinous ass.
so like descriptive.
Like has just a real spunk rag of a half album. And then the bottom of it is vile shit.
Vile, disgusting, swampy.
But the rag is clean.
Ooh.
It's not.
It gets better. I think the album gets better.
Songs that, as it goes through, there are songs.
Yeah. It just...
The beginning,
it's weird.
They're experiences. You know?
This is why I'll say it's okay once you've listened to them for a while, because you've heard the shitter stuff. So when you hear the nicer stuff, it kind of stands out as being a bit better. I would never choose to listen to one of their songs on its own, ever. But, again, the songs that are in my top 3, I genuinely kind of like, but again, would not choose to listen to them unless for some shit meme where I'm like, in the car and I'm like, Aidan, just I'm going to put on my favourite song, and I put on fucking Wet Dream or something.
I don't know. To your left, like, and I've took and rolled out of the car.
Literally. I would never choose, but I don't... It's such a... I feel like I've never felt this way about an album, where I'm just so like, I don't hate it, but I don't like it, but I don't know. It's weird. Worst for me is Angelica. I fucking can't stand it. I hate the intro. I hate the monotony. The way she sings it monotone. So this is a point as well.
Monotonely, the way she sings it monotone.
Yeah, I didn't know how to explain it. Do you know when she's like, just like... Those bits, which is the first half of the album, basically, are the worst parts. And that's why... But whereas after that, the tone changes a bit. And it's a bit more of a higher octave.
It's all over the place, that song.
Am I right in saying higher octave? I don't know what I was saying. I don't know music. That's why I would do album review. Sorry, I just read the comment as well.
Rooney on album... what the fuck is it? 150.
Only 100? I thought we'd be in
156.
Is that recorded or just...
No, in terms of recorded, I'm going to try and add the old YouTube ones onto the beginning, so that we've also got them on Spotify, and then I can get the proper number. On Spotify, we're on number like 78 or 9.
Okay.
But on YouTube, there's like an extra 10, 15, I think, that aren't on Spotify.
They were like dog shit quality. Those
but then,
were like our first videos ever.
Obviously, we did album review on our own before any of the recorded stuff for a while. I don't know how long. But anyway,
how long?
I don't know. I don't know how long we've been doing album review now, to be honest.
No, that's my good friend. How long?
How long? So, third for me.
Okay. Wait, did you say what? Oh, yeah, no.
It's Angelica.
Angelica's the worst.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Again, because when it's monotone, that's when it's at its worst, and that is like the most monotone song.
It's always monotone.
It's not always monotone. When she's singing high octaves, it's kind of alright to listen to.
Oh, is it? Really?
Third for me is Loving You. Don't mind the chorus. Again, it's like some nice harmonies on it, and it's just not terrible. I don't mind it. I just don't like it, but I don't mind it. I don't know. This is such a weird review. Second,
it really is
Too Late Now. Don't really know why, again.
We're so good at this.
We are so good at this. But I can't really explain why.
Professional on Twitch album review.
I know, we're just like, fuck it, we don't know what we're doing.
I don't know why.
We're basically purely impulsive off feel. We're like, I don't like this, but Couldn't explain to you why.
This is how I feel about it.
But I feel
Angry.
like if anyone can kind of describe why they like this, I would love to hear it, because I feel like it would just be ridiculously...
Is it one of those things where you would hear someone like articulately explain what you feel, and you'd just be like, yes, that?
No, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably punch them in the
throat. You're overcomplicating this, you stupid prick. It's just like, I don't know.
It's just ass.
It's just shit. But number one, and this song actually genuinely
Number one? What was number two?
Too Late Now.
Did I just completely miss that?
I think so.
Third
was Loving You. Second was Too Late Now.
Did you say Too Late Now?
Well, I have now, if I didn't before, but I'm pretty sure I did.
Don't ask me.
He did.
I am just seething with rage.
Oh, he did say it.
Because of me thinking it's alright. I don't
No,
know.
I don't, Will, you can think whatever you want. It doesn't affect how I have to feel about things.
And this isn't really like, I like it because it's different, or I'm different. It's just genuinely, I just genuinely don't mind it. I don't like it, but I don't mind it.
I bet you'd go see them live. Just for the experience.
I would for the meme.
I bet if you were at freaking Leeds Fest or something.
I want to scream. I've got a big
Is everyone else doing it for the meme?
It. That's it. It's the 2.5 million people joke.
Yes.
It has to be.
They're
at the concert it's wet legs.
Yeah, but memeing it.
Do you know how they got their name?
No.
They used to be called Don Loco.
Go for it.
They were basically apparently playing a game on their phone where it randomly put emojis together.
What?
To make words.
And it was a leg and the water emoji.
No, water and then leg, and they were wet leg. And they're like, oh, that's a cool name. And that's how they picked that.
But if only it was the other way around, it would have been leg wet.
It would have been Don Loco.
Say.
I'm sorry, I fucking hate that reason.
This was far worse reasons.
I know, but
he might give a good rating. So
I'll tell you what the best one that I've heard recently is when Deborah brought up fucking Nickelback. Here's your Nickelback. That is the only one where I'm like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
That is so shit. Phone. I hate it.
Alright, my new band name is Horny Singles in My Area. 10 minutes and click here for free blowjobs. What the fuck do you want from me? I hate that. I hate that as a reason.
I don't know.
Also,
most
really good news.
AIDS.
They've already finished their second album.
Whoa!
Wet leg.
What, as in, is out, or
No, as in, it said it won't be arriving anytime soon, but they've already completed it.
Well,
done.
Interesting. I'm going to say
They're
my
from
number
the Isle
one.
of Wight.
Are they really?
should have fucking stayed there.
They still could have made the music.
Yeah, they could have made the music. Fucking arsehole.
What's your favourite, Will?
My favourite, and I actually genuinely like this, and I kind of really like the chorus in it. Don't know why.
Don't do it.
It's Wet Dream.
Oh, okay.
I really like it. I don't know what it is. There's a genuine, nice.
It's the most upbeat song, I think.
Yes. There's just a genuine, there's a specific line in it that I'm always singing, and I can't remember what it is now. So that's really weird. But
yeah, good
I don't know.
Example.
Again, I don't know what it is about this album, but it's alright, but it's not alright. But I don't care. I just don't care. But it's alright. I don't know how else to summarise it.
Do you think it's because they've got a song called Your Mum, and you can't really hate your mum, can you?
No, you can't. I think it's just a bunch of kids that are having fun, and the people that like it are kind of just rolling with it, or you'll probably get some weird fans that think this is like gospel and are just weird. I think they're causing no harm, and it's nothing bad, and I've heard much worse.
Will, you're not 45. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
They're just a bunch of kids.
They're just outright. It's
as long as they ain't on my lawn, I don't care. I'm causing trouble with the riffraff.
I don't know. It's such a weird review. I don't even know how.
Back in my day, we chased around possums. And that was our entertainment. When I stepped in the river, that was the only wet leg I had. I'll tell you what.
Damn wet legs.
Damn wet leg.
Anyway, how did you feel about it, Joe?
I feel bad for all the people out there that actually have talent
Fucking hell.
and fucking busking their asses off on the street just so someone could give them a little $5 note. Or, you know, a high five. You're doing a great job.
If you gave someone a $5 note in this country, they'd be like, what the fuck?
More than that, if you high-fived a beggar, they would stab you. You were like, good job,
not
mate.
beggar,
And they're just going to be
busking.
like, all right.
The busking.
Yeah, but you're speaking to the man
high
who,
five,
on 2 occasions I've seen buy a takeaway for a homeless man.
What, me?
Wait,
I usually do that at the end of a night out. I'll go buy cheeseburger.
That is actually really cute.
Person.
That's so
really
nice.
cute.
But then I feel really awkward in other situations. Like you were there, Aidan, when we went to Sheffield, and someone said, "Have you got any change?" And it was obviously a beggar on the floor. And he went, I went, "Oh, I'm really sorry, no. I've only got my card on me." And I went, "Have a good night, mate. Have a good night, mate." He was like, he's not gonna have a good night.
It was bearing in mind, like, context of the story, it was fucking winter. It was the Christmas fair. It was absolutely fucking freezing. And this guy's like, "Blues change." And just like, "Sorry, mate. Have a good night, though." And he's like, oh. And I turned to Joe, I was like, he is not going to have a good night.
The other one, there was another.
No way.
Have a good night.
There was
You have a great day.
And there was another time where I didn't realise I was speaking to someone who was homeless, because I met a friend in town, and this homeless person was speaking to my friend. So I thought they were friends.
Buddies.
So I went up, and it was like, "Oh, you ain't got a couple of quid, have you, mate?" And I went, "No, you can have my card if you want, though, mate." And I went to give it to him and then snatched it away just to have a bit of banter.
Oh my god.
He's fucking homeless.
His golden ticket to the high life. "You would give this to me? Psych! Get fucked."
That is the most awful
Pranked.
thing.
There's the camera.
Just
But I can't feed myself tonight.
I've done it. I can spend like 25 quid at a time. Infinite amounts.
Joe, you have ruined that man's life.
He was so close, he could see it. He could see it. If you can just buy some shower gel, I can go to the job centre and get a real job. Psych!
So, anyway, what was I even... How did I get onto the homeless thing?
Before you carry on, Joe, James, just to explain, this is album review, the podcast we talked about. We're midway through it, so I apologise. But it will be on YouTube.
So, we do this every week on YouTube, James. So if you want to know what album we'll be picking, we'll either say it at the end of this, or you can see the VOD on YouTube soon. And you'll know what band we're picking next, so you can listen along with us. And then
is James someone you know, or is this just...
No, this is Viewer who joins in.
Follower.
He's our number one fan!
He's not
James!
You're going to scare him off. Leave him alone.
He's been in our last 4 or 5 streams, I think.
Oh, fair enough.
Kieran also said, "This isn't FIFA?" He is correct.
So
this is not FIFA.
Not wrong.
Carry on, Joe.
Anyway, so buskers. You know, if I was busking on the street, never done it, but if I was busking on the street, I'd appreciate a high five now and again. But, you know, there's people out there.
While you're playing guitar?
Getting shit for busking on the street, and then these guys come along and end up with this cult following. It makes me angry. It makes me angry that this can happen. But I get it. I get why they've got this cult following, because it's like sheep herd these days, isn't it? Anything to cling on. Anyone will just cling on to something. It was like the Bingley Mega Chippy thing. Remember that?
Oh my god, that was the weirdest thing.
It was on TikTok. Someone just made a song about this random chip shop that wasn't even very good. And then all of a sudden,
Chippy,
that was it. Bingley Mega Chippy, Bingley Mega Chippy.
Don't know the
Can't remember
last
the last
line.
bit. But anyways, someone made this song about this random chip shop. All of a sudden, like thousands of people queuing up for it. It's this whole sheep herd thing.
It is very much. I mean, there's something. It's like when, do you remember when all the, like on the news, there was like, oh, there's going to be a fuel shortage, And then fucking before you know it, them
Everyone's
saying there's
fuel.
going to be a fuel shortage.
Because there was no fuel
creates
shortage. The government
it's
just
horrendous.
basically had too much fuel and they needed to get rid of it. So say there's a shortage, all of a sudden...
Oh, that's a bit conspiracy theory there, Joe.
God, Joe.
They might be.
starting.
It might be. Conspiracies are coming out. Anyway.
Guys, you wouldn't believe it. There's a Europe shortage. If you all just fuck off!
But anyway, so this album is probably the worst album I've ever listened to. But
Oh my god.
saying that,
What is the worst
there's
album
like
to listen to?
it's like for you, Will. I don't know why. It just is. The lyrics are fucking appalling, but the music itself isn't the worst music I've ever listened to. Like, things are in key. There's, they're making catchy riffs. Even as simple and as shit as they are, they're still catchy, but not in the right ways. And just don't like her voice. Just it's just awful. But they're not taking themselves too seriously. They're having fun, and I can respect that. But I just don't want to listen to it. And again, I feel like such an old man, like a party pooper, for saying things like that. I hate it. It feels ugly. But I just don't like it. So anyway, if I could, my least favourite song and my favourite song would actually be the same. But I know I can't do that.
Album review first. Under new
I've
management.
not done that.
No!
Under new management. Oh, definitely not. No!
The old manager is still here!
All my songs are the same.
Well, my least favourite song was Your Mum.
I'm gonna rate this an 11.
Just for the fact that had the screamy bit in it. And I know
You love Screamo.
I'm the last person who you'd think wouldn't like screamy bits. But it was
because you
just,
abuse your girlfriend.
but that wasn't a lyric scream. That was just
That's just speculation, Aidan. That's
That
not
was
been
just-
proven yet.
that's
It's a joke.
just
It's a
that's
joke.
just
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Thank you for covering my back.
Don't ban
Well,
us.
that was just a pure scream out of nowhere. Added nothing to the song. Actually, just made the song worse. Yeah. God, I hate this. The third favorite. I don't want to go out. I wanted to be out of this album.
God.
But
We got ourselves a funny guy over here, man.
again, it was just because it had an acoustic backing for like a bit of the song, and that's it. Being in Love was my second favorite.
Being in love.
Being in Love, it's the first song on the album.
Oh.
I thought that was the most like quirky song. Had a bit of quirk. Reminded me. Okay.
Oh shit! I put Beijing in love.
Nice.
Beijing.
Beijing in love. Sorry, I don't know why I find that so funny. Carry on, Joe.
My favourite song, which would also be my worst if I could have done it, is Chaise Longue. It's my favourite song for all the wrong reasons. It's catchy and memorable, but I don't want to remember it. But I feel like it was the most standout song, and that is purely the only reason I could have picked this.
Is Chaise Longue the Auschwitz of this album?
Fucking hell.
I like how I watched.
Well, think about it.
Sorry,
Extremely memorable for
delay.
all the wrong reasons. Nobody wants it, but it's there.
One is a lot worse than the other, Aidan.
Catchy.
Fucking hell. I guess it kind of works.
So yeah. Anyway,
Sorry, I've just given you
Chaise
a
Longue.
YouTube title there. Well, don't worry.
Awful lyrics, but it's the only song. It's the only song I can remember all the lyrics to.
Well,
And
I wonder
the crowd
why.
interaction.
I can remember the final third.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all in all,
See, the
Go on,
joke-
Joe.
joke-
Sing us the song now,
The joke is.
with your eyes closed.
Oh yeah.
oh, you want me to?
But
Okay.
only the back third of it.
I can do the chorus.
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm going to double check the lyrics.
In the chaise long, in the chaise long.
Oh, you're saying in.
I'm saying in. I fucked it. I don't know the lyrics. It's my third favourite.
It's wrong.
Swap them around.
It doesn't even start. It doesn't even start like that.
Is
What?
your muffin buttered? Would you like
It
me
doesn't
to
even start like that.
butter your muffin? I don't
It
know.
doesn't start like that.
How does
Well,
it
just
start?
as crap.
It goes, Mummy, Daddy, look at me.
I went to school and I got a degree. Is that it?
He said the chorus. He didn't say he was going to start from the very beginning.
He
Anyway,
said he
the
knew
chor-
all the lyrics.
He lied.
Oh, you're like a compulsive liar.
Yeah, he really can't stop himself. He lies a lot.
Right, anyway.
Yep.
There were some good points, and that was sometimes the backing music was listenable.
Sometimes I like
No,
thinking
not
about
really.
you.
Not
Can
really
you give us
creative.
any examples, though, please?
I think not really. And I think it really frustrated me when I watched the video of them live, and I was like, oh, okay, there's a cool little breakdown thing happening here, you know. But all she's doing is just fucking hitting the guitar with the same chord. She's not even moving her fingers. It's just doing that, and it annoys me. There's no fucking talent
yeah, but
here.
she's clearly not.
There's no fucking talent here. I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot. Exactly. Why are they so successful?
Because it's a publicity thing. They were like, you
so
would look
annoying.
really good holding a guitar.
I've
and she's
seen
like, yeah, sure.
I've seen a lot of people call this NPC music, which yeah,
NPC music.
yeah.
Well, like that, a video game company made it up and just stuck it in there.
I think it's quite clever.
Yeah, it's definitely clever. Like,
Where?
fucking
What?
hell.
Where? What
It's
part
clever
is
in that they know
Like the marketing.
The marketing
the way they've
of
done
it
it.
is very clever.
The market
I
is
agree.
like the market is so fucking dumb though.
You know, they've
Yeah,
seen
but
a
it
niche
works.
and they've done it. So fair play to them, but you know, I don't want to ever listen to this again. Peace.
Bye, Joe.
Denver.
Thank you, Joe.
Denver stayed quiet for this whole time.
Hit us with it, pimp.
He's ready for it.
Yeah, it's just not enjoyable to listen to, is it?
Oh.
Yeah!
What
I
he was
really
gonna
thought you were
do.
gonna like it. I thought you were gonna like it.
I love that Will was the one that played devil's advocate. We were all ready
Yeah.
for Denver to pull the fucking yes, this thing is shit. I will like it now.
Yeah, I really thought you were gonna.
Yeah,
like
I was
it for,
ready for that.
for pure Denver
Well,
reasons.
Just for being you, because this is the kind of shit that you pull often.
Like when you liked that fucking 21 Pilots album. That was
Yeah,
dog
that was
all.
I still
Oh,
stand by that. I
so
still
awful.
like
Scaled
that
and
album.
icy,
That was the
I
worst.
still like that album.
Don't
Still
get
like
that.
that album.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I think it's a very repetitive style, both in the style of the music and the lyrics. I dislike the vocal tone throughout almost all of it. Like, I wouldn't say she's bad at vocals. It just seems like she's deliberately singing this way, which just sounds awful.
Yeah.
The one redeeming part of part of it is just the funky sort of simple backing beats, but that's not really much to shout home about. Kind of like what Joe said, that the background music is listenable, and what they put on top of it makes it I guess it's different. Like, if they could have quite easily just sort of made a very basic song with that, and then it probably wouldn't have got any traction at all and would have done nothing for them as a band. And I think what they've done is they've gone out on this completely weird way of doing it, and it's made them stand out, and it's made them as successful as they are.
Yes,
Well, it's got them to this level. If they were just to do what they could probably, if they were just to do something like everyone else does, we would probably be like, "Oh, this is better," but nobody would never even fucking hear about them.
No.
So they've kind of gone down this angle, and it's working for them, I guess. But I don't like it. The lyrics are virtually nonsense, and it's just the same rinse and repeat formula. I put that it's very eerie music.
Eerie.
And
They make you feel weird.
How do you think you listen to it? Eerie.
And I put it's a #1 album. Yeah, it got #1 in the UK. And I put they must be a meme band.
I mean,
I think of other examples that are this memey of a band.
Not really.
I don't think of any that are
like you say. The only other one that comes to mind is Lil Nas X.
Yes, that is a perfect example. When I was reading about them, they said it was this very similar thing. Like he made this like way different song that was just catchy,
and like he couldn't.
And it got him
he can't sing or anything, can he? And all he did was he played the system. He knew what people wanted, so he made his song into a meme, basically.
Well,
didn't
he did it beforehand. Did you ever like read up into it, like how he
I
like
don't read.
he planned and implanted memes of the song before he even released the song.
Yeah.
And then
like
people
posted
were like,
them all
that's
over. Yeah. So like already once the song was released, there was already shitloads of memes about it all over the place to almost make this fake hype for the song. So then people did actually watch it, and it created genuine hype for the song. It was very clever.
And that's all I can assume that Wet Leg basically are, is that they're just like a band that saw a gap in the market for shit and rammed so much shit down it that it became a shit subway. A 6 foot, like, fucking Italian flatbread shit subway.
If they do anything like
Cheesy
Lil Nas,
toasted.
Lil Nas has done insanely well since then. He's carried on doing and making actually quite good music. Like that Montero song that he did last year was actually genuinely great. He did a whole. And it'd be interesting to listen to that album at some point, because I think that only came out last year. I would be interested to hear it all. I don't think you'd probably prefer it to this, but that wouldn't be hard, would it?
My like least favorite and top favorites weren't particularly hard. Not because like these were definitely my favorites, these were definitely my least favorites. It was just because I cared so little. So I literally like didn't really mind which one I picked, because I kind of felt very similar about most of them. There was just maybe odd little things that made a difference. My least favorite was Convincing. Just because to listen to it, it made me feel the most uncomfortable.
Okay.
Don't know what it was about it. Just didn't like listening to that one. Third favorite, Supermarket. I just remember it being just the
end of the album.
It was the end of the album, and it was just like the song. I remember that bit. And at that point, I was like, "What the fuck is going on in this album?"
It was at that point. If you wasn't sure of yourself enough, the end of the album has girls going.
And I was kind of like, I don't know if I hate this or love this.
Be like.
You know what the thing is, and again, I feel like such a pie pooper for saying this. Is like there are meme bands, right? Like The Lonely Island, for example.
Tenacious D.
Tenacious D. But I'll actually listen to that, and I find like the jokes funny, right?
You really gonna disrespect the D like that?
And I just don't find. I love Tenacious D.
Disrespect. It's not meme. It's proper serious. That is.
Oh, sorry for not taking that seriously. But you know, like I just don't find any of it funny. I find it all really like pretentious.
Are they sullying your favourite art form, Joe?
Like pretentious and like stuck up.
I don't think it's Oh my god! I don't think it's that at all. I don't think it's funny. I just think it's like
I think it reminds me of someone who, like I know this is gonna backfire on me big time when I say this.
Yep.
But it reminds me of someone that's trying to be funny but just isn't. And and I feel like party pooper for saying that, but like that's the vibe I get from it. I just don't find any of it funny. I feel like such a party pooper, but yeah. Sorry for interrupting ever.
My second favourite is Oh No for the lol they're singing the tune.
Oh no.
The lol they're singing the tune.
Yeah, they're singing the tune to add more depth to it.
Right.
It just seems like we don't have any instruments, so we'll just
let's fucking ruin it.
Sing the tune. And then
I know what would make this song better. Terrible noises.
The top song I did think was the best song on the album.
Yeah.
And that was Wet Dream.
Wet Dream.
I think just is the best.
It is, isn't it?
I can see that.
No, I didn't like it personally.
That song actually genuinely.
And it does the like send and receive thing.
Yeah.
Call and response. Send and receive.
Throw the carrier pigeon!
In 3 days, we will get to receive.
Imagine a song where they're like, you play the first bit of it, and then there's just like, the rest of the album is just filled with filler, and then it pays off at the end.
Fucking hell.
Like, I can't get with the pigeon
That's
thing.
some-
Like,
that's
a
some,
big note of paper where he draws like one note and it's like a big string. And then he sends it off and it comes back and he's written the next note and he's like, of course, why not? You're right.
Oh, God.
Right.
So, yeah, just in general, didn't really like listening to it, but it was harmless.
Harmless.
Harmless. Right.
Hang on, I can hear someone stomping up the stairs. Sorry, I thought Wet Leg were coming together.
Oh,
Carry on.
It kind of sound kind of squelchy, but only on one leg.
They did.
Weird.
Moist toes, or whatever I said. Moist ankles. Drenched toesies.
Ratings.
0.5.
4.5.
What the
One.
fuck?
1,
1.
2.
I was gonna say, Will, what the fuck is
Right.
that? For an
Listen to me.
no. For an album
Listen
that
to me.
you said yourself that you would never, ever listen to any of these songs.
He's rated
On
it
their
like
own,
a
their
bitch.
own.
ever.
On their own, okay. But as an album, this is
You'll
album
never-
review.
you
This
will
isn't
never
song
go back to
review.
You
this
rate
album.
Nickelback the same as this?
You will
And
fucking
I
never,
Nickelback is
ever
perfection.
go back to this album.
I
No, you
stand
don't.
by
No, you
it.
fucking don't. No, you don't. You're just being a prick.
No,
I think
listen
that
to
is
me.
the
No,
worst.
no,
No,
That is the worst
Let me
rating for Will.
explain my reasoning.
no.
Because my whole thing is, I don't know if I like it, I don't know if I dislike it. So
But you wouldn't listen to
I
it.
would put it in the middle because I'm so indecisive about it. But then I more dislike it than I like it. It's the stupidest.
I don't know if I like
That
it.
is fucking-
I can't make a decision. It's a bang out.
All right, I'm gonna
You know?
change it. It's-
We are under new management. You get one change.
Yeah,
Make
one
it fucking
re-go.
count. Change your rating.
It's
It's
not.
not
It's,
the
be-
same
it's
as
better
Nickelback.
than Nickelback, all right? It's
It's
wo-
better than Nickelback.
It's worse than Nickelback. It's a 3.5. It's a
I was-
3.5.
Free.
I
forgot that
That's
I'd
still
rated
too high
Nickelback.
for me.
I think it's a 3.5. I didn't hate it, so
So is this new rule and dimension where you can change your ratings by
Yeah,
being
why
convinced
not?
by the others? Maybe you can only lean one the other way.
Sure.
So you can either go down one or up one.
I don't know why
yeah.
you've got to make this shit like real fucking.
Can we go all the
Can
way
we get
back
this
to home
written?
team,
Can we
please?
get this written?
Can we
Get it
get
right.
this in a rule?
it hasn't been
Everybody
swayed
sighed.
by you. I read it out to myself and then realised that's a stupid reason. So I was like, yeah, fair enough. It's a 3.5, and I stick by that. It isn't terrible, but it isn't.
Just
great.
like he stuck by the 4.5 less than 5 minutes ago.
Right, this is way more listenable than fucking
You're
paraphernalia.
too malleable, Will.
No,
Rate is
I'll tell you what, I don't want it to go down any lower than this, because if it goes down any lower than this, it becomes the worst rated album.
I wanted it to be the worst rated.
Why? It's
Yeah,
not
you
that
get
bad.
one more, lad. Drop it lower.
0.5. No, it's a
No.
1. Because, like I said, there were some good elements.
So,
But I mean,
but-
good, mediocre elements.
Is it a thumbs up or a thumbs down from Joe?
It's like, can I put my thumb all the way down here?
Oh, sad.
It's all the way down there.
Why is
There
it
you go.
sad?
I don't know.
It's,
I don't care really.
It scores 6.5.
6.5.
So
Oh my
it's
God, that's-
0.5 higher than Alien North Lane.
North Lane.
Which I just want to bring up. I brought it up the other day, Denver. I don't know if it's because we keep bringing it up.
Oh, no,
but
it's
the guy-
seven,
The guy's
sorry.
deleted his comment off the
He
North
has.
Lane Alien
Oh, no,
album.
yeah.
The one that's like, you guys don't know anything.
Really? Or did
deleted
you
it.
guys delete it?
None
No,
of
we
us have
didn't delete
deleted it.
nothing.
Oh, shit.
What's quite funny is like we have that disclaimer other than today at the front is that we know fucking nothing, and it's like you guys know nothing yet we know.
Yeah, we know.
Well,
This is
well
just
aware.
personal preference.
It did score 7, by the way. Not,
7.
I didn't add in Aidan's points.
0.5.
5.
You may as well have put 0, to be honest. If I could have, I would have. This will never, ever be anything I will listen to again.
So what's interesting is for my next pick,
It's wet
for
like.
my 40th album, I've gone for a similar theme.
Oh,
One man.
Right.
Terrible.
That's where the similar theme.
Sigrid.
Well, I've gone for Woman. You know, because it's the start of Women's Week.
Is it really?
Oh.
So it's always Women's Week in my house.
Right. You say Women's Week,
Week.
but that is just, we only do one album a week, so how does this...
We barely even do that.
We need to do that. We can't leave this 2 weeks again. Not having it.
Yes, boss.
Hang on.
Especially for streaming it.
I can't. I'm trying to find what the album's fucking called. Oh, here we go.
Is it Sigrid?
It is not. The album is Madeline. The internet made me do it.
What the fuck? I have never heard that.
I type in Madder and it comes up with a Madagascar.
It's spelled Madilyn.
What album was it?
The internet made me do it.
Oh, I'm on a different person.
It's a bit confusing because she has two names. It's Madeline and Madeline Bailey.
Spell it.
Madilyn.
Bailey.
So is it Madeline Bailey?
Yeah.
Or is it just Madeline?
Well, it's both.
It's both.
What?
The comment songs. Is this the person that was on Britain Got Talent?
Britain Got Talent.
Yes.
Was it? Oh, she was cool.
What? How do you... What? Okay. Fuck me, there is not a lot of listens on these songs. This will be fun.
TikTok Machine is the first song.
By Madeline and Madeline Bailey.
She's the same person.
Why?
I don't know why.
Let's go with Madeline. That is weird. I've never seen someone's Spotify look like that. They've got like two different things with the same albums on it.
Yeah, it's a bit weird, but
Did she just change her name or something?
I wonder if it's like she set one up herself and then got like a record deal and they had to change it or something, you know? And she still wanted both things to be on there.
Legally had to change her name.
Weird, because who else changed their name? Kanye West. And what's the last song on the album? You're Not Kanye West. Weird, that. I wonder.
Oh my god, it's a conspiracy.
I wonder if it's
how many
another
songs
meme.
are on there? How many songs
11.
are in the album?
And that is a very
11.
Kanye album cover.
Now think about it. There's 11 songs on it, right?
Yeah.
What number immediately comes to mind when you think of 11?
9.
A 10.
9, right? And what happens when you put those two together with a hyphen in the middle of it?
Death.
11-9.
Lots of
And
death.
is there a song, if you look at all the songs on this album, can you spell out the word bush? Yes.
Didn't even look at it, did you?
Now, sorry. Yes.
Yes.
Now.
Yes, you can.
If we take out and we analyse all the information that we put together, and we cram it all. You take the words bush and 9/11. You take some of the words out, some of the letters, and you put some more back in. You get the word Joe Midwood's a penis, right? Now.
Is Joe frozen? Or is he just...
know.
Does he just...
He's just reading so intensely.
Literally. Joe, you good?
I think he has frozen. This ruins the format. Hang on.
Oh, how does it look now?
No,
I'm like in the middle.
Oh my
I'm
God. Watch this, boys.
Just nip back to ask if you were streaming again.
I know we're back. Joe, what happened?
Put the thing back.
It's back. It's back. It's
As
back.
the illusion.
Oh no, he took it off. He went
The
back.
illusion was broken for a little bit there.
Oh, fucking hell. I went on the
is
stream
funny.
and I just seen me like...
I know, I was like, hang on a minute, why does Joe look like that? James, yes, I think we will be streaming a game later. Hopefully.
Yeah.
So, that is the next album. Want to just say, yeah, this is... album review has changed quite a bit all of a sudden to everyone having cameras, so it should hopefully make the YouTube a bit better. We will now be streaming... every time we do the podcast, so come watch us. The only thing is it's not going to be scheduled really, I guess, so it's kind of weird when album review will be shown. There's no like set format. We'll try and be as regular as we can.
Maybe one do.
Maybe when Denver moves back, and it's easier to organise.
Fucking about.
Yeah, fucking Denver. No, when you're back and we can, I don't know, depends. We can set up a better system, but we'll try and be regular and stuff. I hope it's a bit more interactive, seeing our lovely faces. Yes.
I look like this always.
Have you got any final thoughts, Joe?
Did you know that it was illegal to change your own light bulb in Australia?
When did it become not illegal?
After the Victorian times, so it's quite a long time ago.
Oh my god.